boys and girls. London calling, now don't look to us. Phony Beatlemania is bitten the dust. London calling, see we ain't got no swing except for the ring and the truncheon thing. The ice age is coming, the sun's zooming in. Meltdown expected, the wheat is going thin. Engines stop running, but I have no fear, 'cause London is drowning. I live by the river.
Hi, my name is James Stevenson. I'm the community manager at Insomniac Games, and you're watching my games.
So what is Resistance 2?
Well, it's a lot of things. There's 4 big things we're focusing on. We call them the 4 C's. Community, campaign, co-op, competitive. Community, because we're doing a lot of cool new community features with MyResistance.net in the game. Campaign, which is all about Nathan Hale's struggle and transformation because of the Chimeran virus, as well as his attempts to defend the United States in the 1950s from a Chimeran airborne fleet invasion. Co-op, with 8-player online co-op. That is just going to be huge, and you're going to go online, play with 7 of your buddies, take out enemy AI Chimera, and have persistent rewards and build up your characters, multiple classes. And then competitive, which is what we're showing today. It's all about bigger battles. We're going from 40 to 60 players, but more intimacy, which kind of ties into our squads. You have a rival squad that's always against you, and rewards. We're constantly going to be rewarding players and giving them things and progression and unlocks and stuff like that.
So do you feel the pressure of the previous title success?
You know, I think Insomniac always puts a lot of pressure on itself. Like, we always want to make our next game better, and you know, we've got a decent track record of that. If you look at like Ratchet 1 to Ratchet 2 on the PS2, but yeah, there's a ton of that. Like, Resistance is one of our best-selling titles ever. Just here in Europe, you know, they're talking about 1.4 million people have played it online, and these are people that want a good sequel. So, you know, we want to put out a great game. We don't want to disappoint our fans, and we have a ton of them from this game that are online, and we really want to put out something they're going to be excited to play and proud of. So we're really excited to work on it, and we think we're going to give them something they really like.
What motivated you to create a game that's so different from Ratchet and Clank?
You know, it's nice, actually, because we kind of have that, we get to do both. You know, switching, it's a breath of fresh air. We'd done Ratchet for 4 years in a row on the PS2, and we knew we wanted to create a new franchise on the PS3, and we wanted to create a first-person shooter. Our very first game, actually, was a first-person shooter on the PS1 called Disruptor. It's a much more adult-oriented game, and we wanted to get back to those roots. So with Resistance, we did that, and it turned out really well, and we're really excited to get to make a second one because we can go, you know, between the franchises, and it helps you from burning out on one sort of thing. Like, you may be working on a dark first-person shooter one year, and the next you could be working on Ratchet and Clank, and then we come back this year and we're working on a dark person shooter, so you're not caught up doing the same game over and over again, which is really cool.
And you may be influenced one by the other.
Yeah, I mean, if you looked at the weapons in Resistance 1, I mean, weapons are sort of our heritage in a way, so you kind of saw some of the crazy weapons between the 2 games, you know, and I would say people have always thought there might have even been a little carryover in certain weapons. We really like doing that. We're really good at the long view. We love big vistas. We love huge levels that really, really are detailed and have great expansive views in them. That's definitely something we're doing in Resistance 2. So there's a lot of stuff like that we're really influenced by. And we want to, you know, we work on both games, so, you know, there's all things that carry over both ways.
You know, games like Halo 3 and now Grand Theft Auto 4 are defining boundaries. Did it influence your choices when developing Resistance 2?
Sure. I mean, we play those games. Like, I'm here in London, and I was playing Grand Theft Auto before I left. I got a couple days in. I can't wait to get back. I'm loving London, but I can't wait to get back and play more Grand Theft Auto 4. It's awesome. But, you know, it's not we want to make our own game that's cool, and we definitely see the other games out there, and we're kind of doing our own thing. Like, no one else has 60-player battles. We think we can do this massive battle with these objectives and these rewards, and we think we can do that really well. So it's not really like we don't want to copy them or beat them. We just want to do our own thing that's cool in its own way, and gamers recognize and think it's a really fun game to play. And so we're going to have a really great game, but yeah, we look at the other games. We look at Halo 3. We look at Grand Theft Auto. We have to keep up with the current games. Call of Duty 4 is another great example of a game we definitely have played a lot of at the office. Team Fortress 2 also. So.
To the imitation zone. Forget it, brother. You can go it alone. London calling to the zombies of death. Quit holding out and draw another breath. London calling, and I don't want to shout, but while we were talking, I saw you nodding out. London calling, see we ain't got no hide, except for that one with the yellowy eyes. The ice age is coming, the sun's zooming in, engines stop running, the wheat is going big, a nuclear error. But I have no fear, 'cause London is drowning. I live by the river.
Hi, I'm Dan Hill. I'm the Home Service Manager for Europe for Sony PlayStation.
So what can we expect from the home system?
Well, Home really is it's a rich, detailed, high-definition, 3D, interactive, evolving world for PlayStation gamers to come together, meet, talk about games, play games, and discuss strategy for games. So it's really all about getting the gamer into the game, into the online gaming world as quickly as possible and as seamlessly as possible.
So it will be similar to Second Life, is it true?
I think that comparison is inevitable because it's a 3D world. You walk around, you have an avatar which you're able to customize and to buy new clothes for. Not sure what's going on there. But it's different to Second Life in as much as it's designed specifically for gamers. And the core proposition is very much built around gaming and about doing things in a PlayStation way. And it's available only on PlayStation 3 and it's also free to download.
What sort of social tools will you have to interact with other people?
It's basically about walking around and talking to people. You can use a USB headset or a keyboard, or there are some built-in commands within the home system that you can talk to people with. You can do dances, you can do gestures, you can do bows and salutes, and there's all kinds of different things that you can do to make the experience rich and very deep for the community of users that we're trying to attract.
Is it kind of like a lobby, or can you own a house or something like that?
There are lobbies in Home, certainly, but one of the big things about Home is that when you first join, you get your own personal apartment, which as you go forward, you'll be able to upgrade and buy bigger apartments like penthouses and summer houses and houses in Tokyo and houses in Japan and everything. So, yeah.
So we were seeing earlier that you had, through Home, you get to the online part of games differently.
Sure.
How do you access games from? You're an avatar in the Sims-like world, and how do you get to gaming?
Okay, so you'll be transposed into the Home Square lobby, for instance, and you'll walk up to a person. Could be a friend of yours that you've previously found using the world map, or it could be a complete stranger that you just want to talk to. You can talk to them, you can see what kind of gaming they're into, you can both then launch the games. You have to possess the game on the Blu-ray disc or have it downloaded onto your hard drive first. As long as you both have that game, you can then launch the game directly from within Home, and it will take you straight to, for instance, the track in Motorstorm, or the scenario in Resistance Fall of Man, or any of the games that support Home game launching functionality.
Since PlayStation 3 is also about creating and community-created content,
Sure.
Will Home support that eventually?
Yeah, I mean, we're currently looking into the actual way that Home will do that. Predominantly, it will probably be through game spaces initially, but that's one of the things that we're looking into at the moment and that we think is absolutely fundamental to the proposition that is Home. So we're looking into that very seriously at the moment.
The ice age is coming, the sun's zooming in, engines stop running, the wheat is going big, a nuclear arrow, but I have no fear, 'cause London is drowning.